as a team to find the balance, to find the mentality to believe in yourself. You know, you have all that difficult stuff that comes in the back of your head where it's like, man, you know, maybe we're just not quite good enough. You know, you're getting on a little bit in years, and maybe you're not. You want to see. We are indeed ready for the game here, folks. Thank you for your patience on that one. Getting into the action. AMKAL, I suppose, the one thing working against them here, as you have mentioned, starting off on that T side, is a bit more challenging.
I mean, let's see if it is a challenge for them. They haven't had one yet, so maybe something to go off. They are hearing all of the sounds here. They're going to go for actually a big A stack. It looks like AMKAL is going to fight off the rip here. When they did this on their T-side pistol in towards Ancient, they want to do it again here, and it started well. Oh my god. Carnage. Forrester finds the first, and they're forced so far back onto the site already.
Yep, looking good here. Sugar will find one with the nade, but they're just getting overwhelmed right here. Travis and Crad to find the final couple of frags, and AMKAL kicking off their campaign on Vertigo very convincingly indeed. Not even needing the bomb plant, which, again, is something that's a little out of character for T-side Vertigo. Usually you get that utility down, you plant the bomb, and you play in the post plant, but they just are able to find the early frags.
Yeah, they honestly, they just don't really care. I've got to respect it, I really do. Nice and simple stuff. AMKAL continue as they mean to go on, really, in the way in which they finished map number 1. They're taking shots towards map number 2, exactly the same. Travis, its own smoke, he's going to play behind it. Such a gamble doing that as well. These days, it's normally held for. But Sugar understands he doesn't want to be overwhelmed, so probably the right call for him individually just to fall a little bit further away.
Spraying down is easy enough. Nickelback will find that first, scaring them off of the B-bomb site here as well. Travis closing the gap to seal the deal at the back end of Gen. Looking very good indeed as the kills just keep on coming for AMKAL. Crad with his late move towards middle means that they will probably take this one flawlessly, in all honesty. Pip remains alone, holding the angle, but unable. He lands the shot. It needed to be in the noggin, unfortunately. One more chance, but he is not going to survive. So, looking very good indeed. Insilio will hold for the save here, giving AMKAL a lovely buffer of rounds to begin.
It's okay. It's all right. AMKAL, nice and simple. But of course, that was a force pipe by Insilio, so they can't really do anything towards this round. They've shot themselves in the foot just a little bit. We shall see maybe what the future looks like for Insilio, but really he's not expecting all too much in this round. Molotov up towards short, nice and simple. They're going to play around the smoky onto the stairs, and you know, even simple things right now. Insilio not even going for kind of a random smoke. The swing is so questionable by FPS. He's heard the entire way running through that Molotov. So for Forrester, just the trainers crossing on the angle, and in comes all the util. I mean, so easy. It's so simple.
Yeah. As you would expect in a round like this, but still looking pretty good in the concept of a dry run, I suppose. Pip alone once again, this time on the P250. So, you know, he's looking for these late round frags, as yet to get on the board, but there's a couple here, especially Icy, that he could drop.
Well, never mind. Travis, we'll see off Pip. A little bit of a kill bonus. Nice and easy. You love to see it. Simple as. 3-0. First full buy for Insilio. Goes without saying, I must convert. This is a side who are in a lot of trouble. They have to kickstart this CT campaign immediately. If they don't, they're going to be really falling behind rapidly. Flash in the corner. It must be caught by a flash either way. And AMKAL on this bonus buy, I'm just going to slow things down. I like the way they're playing this. They don't need to do anything too insane just yet.
Pip with the jump spot. Sees him coming. Oh, the return flash is not quite deep enough, unfortunately. Nickelback was way closer than they ever expected. And an early opener for AMKAL. So we pick up where we left off on Ancient. Sugar will find Crad towards middle, though. So we'll see here. This could open up.
V4. Sugar tagged. Not out of the realms of possibility. Fading in the smoke. Oh, the triple push, the ramp here. Could be a blessing, but could also be a curse. The poison chalice. The first kill tempted them in. They walk into the stack, and Sugar's left all alone. Honestly, I think Sugar's got to save here. I don't see the point in giving this 1v3 a go.
Yeah, I mean, feels pretty important to maybe get the M4 into the next round, do something a little unorthodox, but he is giving it a little look in. Nothing presenting, though, right? Like, if there was an early kill to be found, maybe it would convince him to keep moving forwards at the moment. Just, you know, around for exits. Battling to stay alive. Nickelback gives his position away ever so slightly. Sugar. Okay. Just playing some mind games. To be fair, they will absolutely lose their marbles when they hear the smoke coming in, but there was no kit around is the key thing. There was one close-ish to the site, but not close enough.
Yeah, trying to tempt them there into going close to the bomb and maybe see if he could drop anybody to the explosion, but it doesn't happen. That was a bonus round for AMKAL, converted with ease. That saved them for... It's a small silver lining. It's nothing too great to work with. I mean, Insilio, it goes without saying, this is already looking exactly like Ancient. AMKAL are a different beast of a team. There hasn't been a competition. So there's yet to be anything, really, to go off where we can say that this has been good.
Oh, that is true. As said, you know, it looks to continue from where we were at on the previous map. They're going to go somewhere down the middle around this M4, so I do like that. They've not completely lost the plot despite a difficult run of what we're looking at about 25 rounds played.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh! Hello? Where was that? He just slipped off the map, I think.
Yeah,
Not really anyone around him. That's
happened.
the side of B, isn't it? I think.
I think so. I think maybe trying to jump up on the railing.
Possible. Yeah, possible. Like just below the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Could make a difference here. FPS and Pip will actually chime in. So we've got a pretty solid man advantage. Yep, it has made a difference, right? They also lose their fights out, so I suppose the question is rather, would it have made a difference to have an extra player here? They still would have been a man down. Forrester, 17 HP, nothing he can do, so it will be a bit of an extended save here from him.
Oh, man, this is... That's a rough way to lose it. I wish we could actually see what actually even happened there. I'm assuming, yeah.
Well, I think looking at where Forrester's at, I was going to say, because that's T-spawn. So what is he doing? Is it like, it's like that wide... angle that you can take that you can see B, like if they're out on the catwalk.
Yes, yeah,
you can kind of see them. Not an angle that's used very often.
Yeah, look, whoa, the one thing you say, oh, but hang on, Forrester, okay, he gets the kill. See, on the board there, it says one couch, so you can see it, you know?
Yeah, so he's definitely
he definitely fell off the map, because that updates in live time. So yeah, he must have fallen off the map. Yeah, I wonder what, probably, like you said, they're probably just trying to do some sort of boost to catch a Rafters player, but
unless they're run boosting. That's
true.
the other, because that's close to the run boost angle. So
and it just failed.
Yeah,
I feel like
quite miserably if he did fail. Yeah,
yeah. If you haven't got it unlocked,
if you're not
giving it a go. It's like, you know, the only teams who do that are the ones who have it. They can literally get it like more or less 99 times out of 100. I mean, unless this is the side and we've just seen the 1 out of 100. Oh, Icy gets spammed over the smoke. Good angle by Pip. That's nice work. A nice opener. Very needed opener too for Insilio.
So they could be onto something here with the win in the previous. Obviously, gifted it a little. Still did a decent amount of work to get it though. So it will have up their confidence. FPS, lovely little angle here. They come walking straight into his crosshair, and he is sticking around. Nickelback has to be very careful around this corner with the bomb. Not looking good. 5 versus 3. His FPS. He also himself has to be careful not to give away this pivotal position. Forrester has crept in. Free kill on the first. Unsure of where Fader is at, but has a decent idea. Nickelback with the perfect timing to strike. Still has the bomb, mind you, but he'll keep on fragging, apparently. He will eventually fall. Not expecting Polt to be there. Travis all alone against 2. Certainly not out of the question. Again, he will look to close the gap and catches them a little unaware. Some of these peaks. Spots the barrel of the first. Polt just round the corner. Will go down. Oh, but he can't get Fader. That was close. It's a very, very solid try from AMKAL, but we are happy to see Insilio stringing a couple together.
Oh, man. Insilio, this is now what we need from them. Just something to go off where we can say, all right, there's a conversation to be had here. You know, consecutive rounds escaped them in towards Ancient. It just wasn't a thing. Already looking a little bit clean. I mean, granted, Icy gets pretty unfortunate. Into that round, just spam down through a smoke. Nothing you can really do. Can't really escape as well because when you're tagged, you're so slow. This ramp control is much better by Insilio. They really did struggle with map control actually in towards Ancient on their T side, but also on their CT side as well. And now it's considerably better. Deep ramp smokes coming through. The Molotov behind it as well to give them room to work with. I mean, this is a nice setup that they've been going off.
Dangerous here for Sugar. Does well to find one, to be honest, and able to drop back and take another fight. All right, Insilio looking good. Can they keep the hold coming here? It looks likely. Sugar on for the ace. Right place, right time for those last 2, but all the same, Crad with it all to do here, spotted out. And it's Fadet to take him. Ace denied, but another round for Insilio. And now the back of AMKAL has been nicely broken.
Well. Insilio, decent little run here. And, you know, credit to Sugar as well. Having a reliable Bianca like that is actually very, very good on this map. Very, very needed. It also means in a lot of instances we can see the Insilio guys play like kind of 3 through A, 1 through mid, and leave Sugar as kind of alone towards B, and they can rely on him to kind of always be good for 2 kind of thing. That confidence in a player is always very good. I mean, it's now becoming a thing. You know, we saw it happen at the tail end of Go and then heading into a CS2 where it's becoming a thing of actually putting one of your better riflers as an anchor because you can leave them alone and because they're so reliable. AMKAL, they're going to call for a timeout there first. And this time, understandably so, we kind of say when they lost the force buy in towards Ancient, it was a little bit kind of, a little bit early. Didn't need to be worried all too much. This, however, does make sense by going towards attack pause. I feel like they are not in control of this game at the moment. It's definitely a good opportunity. A little conversation. Just make sure that they can smooth things over a little bit. From my understanding, AMKAL don't actually have a coach. So, I'm assuming this is just basically then Nickelback entering the conversation. I used to have a coach registered on HLTV. So,
Yeah, may well be working on one, but for the time being, there's not one officially listed. Obviously, Hooch moving out to Aurora, so, you know. Makes sense. Polt will find the first here. However, the boost up looks pretty effective, and they are going to look to burst off the back of that. Polt doing a good job of holding. The rotation's a little static. The flashes are good, and the kills keep coming. Nickelback managed to find one. They know that Polt is still alive. He gets a smoke down, and Icy places it well. 2-on-2. Fadet makes it 1. Just the young gun. Kazakh with a dream here against 2. He's got the bomb in hand. They know that he's somewhere around, but he's got plenty of time. There's no need to rush into these exchanges. Molotov will force him forwards. He doesn't fancy it, and he's getting the hell out of there. Going to give A good look here, and you can see Insilio are still a bit nervy to move, right? They don't quite know if he's going A or B or what. He is in their heads at the moment with this, so he's reset the game a little bit for the 1 versus 2.
It's doable, and he knows both are there because he knew one was playing with the rifle, and the other was throwing the Molotov at basically the same time. So, this is the right way to play it. If you're going to play a 1v2, you have to try and level the playing field. Oh, they might not clear him. One. Not quite the second, though. He maybe should have let them cross, but that's the benefit of hindsight talking. Nice effort. Just unfortunate execution there. Insilio will tie up this game 4 rounds apiece. That was considerably closer than it maybe looked initially. But it's an unfortunate way to let things slip there.
Difficult. It definitely is difficult, but Insilio looking good here. Damn sight better than Ancient, that is for sure. So, see whether this continues for them. AMKAL definitely hitting a little bit of a wall. There's obviously a timeout taken before the previous round. Are they talking heavily about what to do in that round, or maybe in the follow-ups, or maybe just a general change in the vibrations? We'll have to see as we continue the buys on the AMKAL side.
Spray through the smoke. Getting close. There's a full buy at the very least for AMKAL. That bomb plant is going to give him that. Nickelback, mate. Looks a little lost. You alright, mate? What's the plan here? What's he looking for? Looks like he's dropped something. Like looking for like some util or something. He's got the bomb on his back, so it's not that. Now they group up. After the initial confusion, they're going to look over towards ramp once again. At times, this is Vertigo to a degree. It can feel very much like kind of A-site over and over again. The old A-site simulator, but Insilio are away. So we're going to come down towards short, and that clock being chipped away. We're inside of the 45-second mark now, too.
Fade up. Chilling at the back end of the site here. The utility. Ooh, comes over. Pip in a dangerous spot. Boost up above the smoke here. What will that be able to find? Not very much. Fadette spraying through. There's so much damage done. Sporadic bullets landing from the wild sprays, but no kills. And that's, of course, what they need here. Insilio might have lost confidence as well. Yeah, they're moving back here now. So AMKAL takes them a long, long time, but they'll regain their lead.
Yeah. Did took a real while to get going before we got to a point of being kind of confident about this side, and now it looks a lot better. I mean, it's a much better T-side round. Nice shot from Sugar, though. You'll at least get something, a little mini trophy to take away from him from this round specifically. He's going to be that 5th on the board here. And AMKAL, relatively inexpensively. No one going down to the bottom of the tail end there is good as well. I know Crowd was very low. Forrester not exactly that much healthier either. But it is going to be that 5th put on there. Reclaim the lead. And this is the thing as well for Insilio. While it is actually decent that they made a bit of a resurgence themselves, they don't actually have great long-term econ. So each and every round comes with a bit of an asterisk around it that if they lose this, they're in a lot of trouble. This is somewhat similar. Got a double MP out of an AUG out alongside the M4 and the AWP.
Nothing quite presenting here. Just early starts. Utility coming over as they burst up the ramp. Very well done indeed. Trying to eliminate anyone out towards the sandbags. There is no one there. It's Polt that finds the first. Getting adventurous in mid there, I believe. So, an advantage in Insilio. And it has put a break on the AMKAL move. They're still going to commit in towards A, although they feel a bit compromised. Dry swing coming in here from the CT side. Goes south. 2 kills for Forrester. And it swings back in favor of AMKAL. Just briefly. Sugar, big moment, can't find a follow-up. And thus, Polt and FPS will have to hold the line.
This isn't looking good. Not looking easy. 2v3, but not out of the realms of possibility. Forrester's low. Icy's not exactly much better, so it's definitely a doable situation. They're going to double back towards B. That call to pause here by Nickelback is beautiful. Just slow things down. Looks like they force a rotation away. Molotov going to come over, and they should be fine here. Get a bomb down and set themselves up into a post plan.
Looks good from here, as they will indeed get that bomb down. Are Insilio even going to try and go for it here is my big question. I don't think so, yeah. Moving to save. Unfortunately, FPS will carry that all in town, but AMKAL have hit the groove again. It's certainly not as convincing as it was in the early rounds, but they are looking good and just edging out the lead, right? I think proving why they are the favorite at the moment, able to stay in contention and not lose complete control of the game.
Yeah. Well, the big thing I guess you could say as well for the remaining two, if they can stay alive, keep hold of what they've got, that would be a silver line. But AMKAL finding that sixth is all that really matters. Of course, now, we kind of talk about Insilio and what we've kind of seen from them. I don't really have all that much to work around. I don't really think they want to force, even though forcing around an AWP isn't exactly the worst thing in the world. I just think forcing in this situation is not going to help them at all. Stay around that 2K mark, have a buy-in towards the next. That's easily going to be the better decision. And of course, for AMKAL, it kind of unfortunately means for them they can just continue to pull further and further away. They are going to call a timeout, of course, before we get into that situation, but at the very least, it's AMKAL on a very nice resurgence. They've guaranteed the bare minimum a tied game at the end of the half, but the way they're playing, honestly, I expect more. And they win this round as well, there's a good chance they can make it an 8-4.
All right, let's see. AMKAL in prime position, like you say, to have themselves a pretty solid lead. Not as smooth sailing as the first map, that is for damn sure. Insilio have warmed up to their ways, but can they keep it competitive here? FPS tries with the AWP to take an early peek. Molotov gets in his way and he has to drop back.
AWP posted, flashed off the angle. Oh, FPS can be in trouble. Oh, FPS is the trouble as he finds the first, but it's only the MAC-10. It's not exactly the biggest scalp to find. 4 versus 3, bomb goes down. The Argents and the pistols in to try and make something of an issue here, but double smokes to come through onto the side. That should be it. The fact that Pole team is sticking around is, a question mark. Just get out of there. Leave the pistols around, yeah, see if they can play X's, but Pole, there's no point risking it.
I mean, all I can think is that maybe you are going to be buying into the next round anyway, so, why not? See what you can find. Here we go. Sugar on the 5-7. Surely. Oh, yep, they know what's up. Icy was on it. He knew the game. 7 rounds on the board for AMKAL. Travis trying to spam down and just about survives on 1 HP himself, but no further kills after the cheeky attempt there. All the same, it will be a pretty solid scoreline, 7-5 locked in. Insilio will be looking to get that 5th, soften the blow as much as possible.
Yeah, exactly. And if it goes 8-4 as well, it already becomes quite problematic in the sense that all it takes is 1 pistol from AMKAL, and they've been pretty clean on the pistols too. And they can push all the way to double digits without a response. Then at, a 10-4 scoreline, it feels out of the realms of possibility. Around the corner. The swing is bad for Insilio. Yes, they find 1, but they're both trading. The numbers go very quickly in favor of AMKAL. And actually, for the most part, pretty much unscathed. I mean, Nickelback's down to 82, but he's not exactly, dying by any means.
It's pretty nice, I think. Once again, really keen opening exchange from AMKAL and just looking very good. So I'm excited to see how this team look for the rest of this game. And by all accounts, for the rest of the qualifier. Lots of utility in to end the first half. Little smoke blow here. Might just find some success. 3 versus 2 as the bomb goes down. So Insilio staying hot on the heels. Flash comes over the top. actually underneath a little bit on the underarm, but it's ineffective, is the point. Icy finds the final frag. 8-4, and a break on the cards here as AMKAL looks super solid once again. Second half underway here. Better performance by Insilio on Vertigo for sure, but still a struggle. Still on the back foot and still relying on this pistol to boost their score. Maybe AMKAL can get this one cleaned up into it. Certainly is looking good, and it starts off very well indeed. Little touch-and-go play for the Julies of Nickelback. Forces them forwards on towards B. Into the hands of Travis. Only good for one, and FPS with two quick headies has opened this round up. They've still got to get through. Icy, however. Oh, and he nearly finishes it all by himself. 2 versus 1 against the bomb carrier of Polt. Looking very good for my money. Trying to get this bomb down is really going to be hard. I think he knows that. He has to take a fight one way or the other. Oh, my goodness. And Forrester, with the fadeaway, will make it look super clean in the end.
Eesh, that is nice. Lovely little shot at the end there. Actually, quite well played by AMKAL at the tail end. Just got to make sure they don't give anything away. Don't allow any sort of opportunities to come through. Play it fundamentally quite simply. Nice and easy. And like we said, if AMKAL find a pistol off the back of an 8-4 half, that's when it once again gets quite worrying and problematic. Where AMKAL should here get a 10th, and at 10-4, Insilio need a really unbelievable response to even have a chance. Travis, good start. Sugar, him dropping as well, and nobody else there to trade. A very easy man advantage taken.
Nickelback. Moving forwards with a bit of support from Forrester. Very, very good hit. Oh, bit of a dance at the bottom end of ramp, and, well, it will be Insilio to keep their feet all the same. Pip alone. One bullet from any of these guns will see him off. And there it is, Icy to find it. So, double digits hit. 3 more to go. Insilio with a hell of a run back required as these rifles come out.
This is, I mean, it goes without saying, a must-win for Insilio. I mean, every round sort of feels like a must-win with how rough things are looking. But AMKAL are absolutely flying on their way to a 100% win rate continuation for their Vertigo. What is there even up to offer here? He's for Insilio. What AK? And that Krieg again coming out. You like picking it up. Early molly damage. Fader walking through it as well is interesting. Couple of aids on the corner, but nobody playing up close now. They double back towards a deeper position and ramp. And a second molly to come through as well. They're trying to keep them at bay. Insilio trying to fight their way towards ramp, but they got good space here.
Fine from Icy, though, to kick it off. Nickelback going to get another. We're on Forrester, who is just lost in a smoke right now, trying to chime in here, and he will do so. 2 remaining for Insilio, not looking good at all. He will push in towards the site. FPS trying to do his best, but he's the last one left. Okay. Let's give him some respect. He's found 3. Head on a swivel. And this has caused AMKAL to get a bit nervous. The remaining 2 are separated. How much damage has been done to this guy? Not really sure. The one big thing is he does not have the bomb at this current moment. He's working on finding that.
He's so nervy, isn't he? There's no idea where he's from. I mean, AMKAL, he's running low on ammo as well. I think FPS heard that, hence why he goes for the swing. He knows that. Well, Forrester, you know, he knows that FPS essentially has to tap his way down into a fight. So, big swing coming through, and Forrester going to probably his 17th kill of the game so far. What a game for him, 17-5. Travis not too far behind, 12-5. And Nickelback on 14. Everybody stepping up in a big way. We're going to see Insilio call for their 2nd timeout, but that was their probably first of 2 full buys if things continue on this trajectory in their second half. And man, they're now essentially playing for overtime. AMKAL should get a 12th here. I don't think you want to force if you're Insilio. No bomb plan. There's just no real justification behind it. So then it just locks into place, and Insilio are playing for OT unless they force here 1 AK, 1 Galil, a Deagle for Sugar. And I mean, Fader and Pip don't really have a lot of money either, both on 3K or less. I don't know about this decision. I feel like if you want any sort of chance, at least playing for OT feels like you have the odds a little bit more in your favor. But I don't know. I guess, you know, if something's got to change, it's got to change now. This is a now or never call for Insilio. Lose this, and yeah, I mean, this more or less confirms that AMKAL take a very quick series.
Yeah, definitely looking that way. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened. They've taken so much damage early on, though, before we even really hand off to each other. Absolutely ridiculous. So it really all comes down to this, and it's not started very well at all. A lot of pressure in towards middle at the moment. Icy is the one to hold this. Does have to be careful not to give his life away quickly.
Boost coming up here as well. FPS didn't spot anything, but he's been heard. Now Icy fall back and play via CT. And this is all about waiting for information. He's just playing our sound cues. Forrester can do the good work. There's the first. Nicely done. And they know that's an AK as well, so now they've got to expect a force buy, surely.
One would think. Travis playing a little safer. Yeah, moves off of his angle. Can he give them the space and the respect to absolutely secure this round? Because that's what comes in as well. It's like, okay, be careful that they've got to buy, but if we win this, the game is ours. So this is a really important round, guys. Let's not get overzealous. Let's not get eco-hungry. So they definitely have that energy about them on the AMKAL side of things. Insilio, meanwhile, 1 flash remaining, my guy. This is not the best look at all. Smoke will go down. They'll start to try and find a head. Travis with a little bit of an off angle, actually. Aggressive. Works out and setting it up for Icy on the double. 12-4. Insilio, man. Not even a bomb plant.
Yeah, I know. It was a Hail Mary of a round, and, you know, the attempt there to try and make something work, you know, I can say nice idea, but I don't think it was. I kind of disagree with the idea to force. I think they would have been much better having a full buy here. They are going to force again, of course. We're going to see one AK out for Sugar and Galil's along the rest. The worrying thing, I guess, is probably the fact that the likes of Sugar and Pip both don't have head armor, so it makes his M4s even scarier than they usually would be. Missed there by Trav, but it's all right. Not too problematic. Nobody's in there. So early up towards ramp. Big nades as well. And the Molotov in front of it as well. Insilio being put into their place already. And now they start the 4-2. Forrester finds one. The nade's great too. He might not expect someone so close, but the setup is beautiful. I don't know about you, Scrib, but I think this is game.
Yep. Feels that way. Looks that way. FPS and Sugar with the impossible task. I think they're aware of at least one more player towards ramp. Both of them are in fact there now, trying to team up, group up, working their way around. As the reloads come off, does not happen. Icy finds the double to close it. 13-4 when it moved on to the CT side, especially. Incredibly dominant there. There wasn't a lot of room to maneuver, I suppose, for Insilio, but all the same, AMKAL looking very, very good. And I think, again, comes down to an individual kind of level that we were talking about, the brick wall effect on that CT side.